Hi Jonathan, thank you for coming into Caplo to talk to us today. It's Inverness Caledonian Thistle on Saturday. Can I just get your thoughts going into the match, please?
It's another strong side, tough away trip first of all, and tough side. They haven't lost many goals this season. They've been very solid at the back, and also they got some dangerous players going forward. So it's another tough test, and again, I come back to it after last week's defeat. It's been mostly concentrated on ourselves. Of course, we've looked at how they play and their danger man and what they're trying to do, but it's about us getting it right this week, especially on the defensive.
You mentioned last week's result. It was your first bad result as a manager. How did you deal with that, and how did you find it through the week and over the weekend yourself?
You're always angry at first. Sometimes you're disappointed if the team has been playing all right and lost a goal. But I was angry the way we finished the game, obviously. But it gave me also a lot of answers, and I knew what I had to do this week. Let's put it that way. Also, taking the positives when you start watching it again. Up until they scored the second goal, I was pretty pleased with the way we played in the second half. So there was some positives to take from it, but of course, we knew what we had to do this week, and that was making ourselves hard to beat as a team and also as individuals. So we're ready for Inverness now.
In terms of the psychological approach, how do you, as a manager, when you come in on a Monday, how do you lift the players again after a result like that?
You lift your players by being professional, by doing the right stuff, about showing the clips from the game, analysing the game, and letting the players know what we expect from them and what went wrong, and it was clear to see. And the players were very, very good, and we had a good discussion on Monday, and after that you learn from it and you move on. The only thing to do with the bad results is to work hard, and that's a fact as a player, that's a fact as a coach, as a manager. So that's what we've been doing this week. We've been working hard to get it right.
Is there ever a temptation to make wholesale changes when you get a result like last Saturday's?
There is. I guess your first thought is the anger that you have, and then you start being more, you start looking at it from a different view, and you see the stuff that did go against us, having two experienced players injured in a minute's time, stuff like that, and with our injury situation at the moment, it's not that good. So there might be changes that are forced upon us again. So that's something we will look at for the game.
You mentioned injuries there. Chris Miller had to come off. Michael Tidser had to come off. Denny Johnson missed out. I think it was the day before the game he pulled up. Those are three experienced and big players for the club. How are they looking?
Very big players, and they're all struggling to get fit. Again, we're gonna give them all the time we can. Today and tomorrow we'll have a look at it, but they're all struggling a little bit. So we'll make touch and go for all of them. I would say. I think Denny, because he's a history of his knee injury, so it's one that we maybe have to be a little bit more careful with. But he's feeling better, and he's feeling much more positive. So we'll have a look at him as well. And Connor Bell had a wee setback as well this week with his ankle injury, so he's definitely out, and so is Robert Thompson.
In terms of with the players coming off last week, you gave Reece Lyon a chance. He was the first player born in the 21st century to play a game at Caplo. It showed big faith in Reece for you to bring him on.
Yeah, but I always said it's what you do on a, and there is most thing what you do on the pitch on a Saturday is the most important thing. But Reece has been playing really, really well for the reserves. I took him in training because I liked the way he's been playing, approaching the game. After that, I felt comfortable putting him on the bench, and then, the way the game went and circumstances, I had no problem putting him on the pitch, because I think if you're, the old saying, if you're good enough, if you're working hard enough, I don't really look at the age in both sides of the spectrum.
The reserves then, are they something you'll be keeping a close eye on through the season then?
Of course, I believe in youth development. I believe in giving youth a chance when they show promise, and when they show hard work, when they show attitude, and when they show that they are improving. And I want the youngsters to come in and push the first teamers. That's the atmosphere you want at the club. So anybody that does well, we obviously have all the games covered, and Lewis McGrattan and Reece are in the squad for tomorrow again.
You mentioned Lewis. Is Lewis also someone who's impressed you then?
I think they're both very talented midfielders, and with the injuries we have in the midfield, it gives this youngster a chance to be involved in the squad.
It's a long journey to Inverness. Does that affect preparation, anything else at all?
No, they're professionals. They know how to prepare for the game. They know how to, you know, get everything done before the game. Of course, it's a long bus journey, but we'll have a wee break and a wee walk around a little bit to stretch out in the middle of it. So they'll be fine.
How were you as a player on those long journeys? Did they affect you in any way at all? Or did you not mind them?
No,
what was the mindset?
I don't know. It's different in different leagues. Obviously, Scotland is quite a small country, so you don't have that many away trips, long away trips. Down in England, we usually flew, but in Finland I'm used to 10-11 hour bus trips. So Finland is a huge country, so it's something you have to get used to.
Just one final thing was there was a new appointment, a new head of football science and medicine, Mark Farrell, coincidentally the same name as our groundsman. Could you tell us a little bit about Mark?
It's a position that we've been interviewing for a few weeks. It's a very, very important position. And Mark comes with a great CV. He's worked in football before. He's taken coaching badges, so he understands the group dynamics in football. And on top of that, he's very, very qualified for this role. He was in a couple of times for interviews, and I really liked him. I liked his personality, and I was happy to bring him in. And he will be very, very vital to the coaching staff.
Mark will be on the bench with you guys tomorrow.
Yes, he will be on the bench. He will take the warm up together with Tuesday, and he will be very actively involved in training sessions as well.
Excellent, Jonathan. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck up in Inverness tomorrow.
Thank you. Cheers.